Okay, so there's this video I saw. I only saw a clip it, right? But I wanted to check it out if it's good to react to or not. So I'm not 100% sure because it's a four. This is like 4 minutes about that, right? But she made it segments, like a four-parter. Anyway, I figured might as well let's see react to it.
You mama bitches are enablers. And this story time isn't about anybody in particular, but now that I'm pregnant, I think I figured it out. I think I fully understand why.
That's the ring hand, right? The ring finger. And notice she's not married. Okay. In the comment section, she said she's with her boyfriend but not married. So essentially, you're still, you know, a baby mom, right? I mean, you're in the relationship, right? You're in the relationship with the baby dad, but this is the thing where I just find it weird, right? Is that how how can you complain about anything about men, right? It's just I'm just getting started. I don't know if she's going to or not, but how can you say anything when that's she is an enabler, right? Women are enablers. Well, you are allowing this man to impregnate you, but he doesn't need to marry you. He doesn't need to fully commit to you.
the cycle keeps repeating itself and why women end up single and why men are dogs. Straight.
See, this is the thing, right? Men are dogs. That I saw. That's why this part I seen already. So that's why I figured I want to possibly react to the whole thing. Men are dogs, and yet you get pregnant, right, by a man. It's like something. This is something that I've said in other videos. No, right? Because women do not date most men. So it's not men, it's just the men that you are attracted to, right? It's the men that you entertain. Because I've seen a study where it said, again, most women are in relationships, while most men are not. Most men are single. There are more and more men than ever, sexless, virgins, they haven't had sex in over a year, right? It's just these you hear these studies, right? And you try to make some correlations, some logical assumptions, right? If these men are dogs, wouldn't they be having sex quite often, right? I don't know any, dog player, bad boy, Pookie Ray Rays not having sex for over a year. Okay? So these dogs, as you call them, I mean, that's what I'm saying, right? Women still don't understand. It is a very select few men that even have the opportunity to talk to women, let alone having sex with multiple women. So, no, men are not dogs. The men that you are attracted to, those are the dogs. But ain't it funny, right? The men that you want to be with, the men that you give your body to, the men that you entertain, you insult those men. I think that's amazing.
Dogs and why the cycle keeps going. So this might be part one. I might do a couple parts, but
And the cycle, it's because of women like this, you don't actually teach other women, right? You don't teach other women. You just repeat other women's mistakes by dating terrible men, by being attracted to terrible men.
here's the theory, okay? We all know men do what they want to do, and not every single man, but a lot of men are going to do what they want to do. They're going to who they want to, and they can't help themselves. They want to try every flavor.
Most men don't even have the opportunity to have sex with a lot of women, let alone pick and choose which women he wants to have sex with. No, that's not most men. That's a very select few men.
Or bubblegum. Now, the bubblegum can be stale, the bubblegum can be dried out, the bubblegum can lose its flavor, and men still gonna want to try it. So then they get women pregnant, right? They get the owner of these bubblegum flavors pregnant, and then the women end up by themselves. But I'm blaming the women. Follow for part two. So what happens is these mama bitches end up pregnant, right? And the men that are stray dogs, like we know they are, they
That's the thing, right? It's funny. I always find it's funny that the men that women entertain, the men that women give their bodies to, they straight up insult those men. But okay, these dogs, you allow these dogs to have sex with you. You're attracted to these dogs. So really, correct. You are enabling. You want these men. So really, it's amazing that you can insult the very men you're attracted to, you want to be with.
end up leaving the mama bitch. So when the mama bitch gets left, the mama bitches are devastated. Women, if you ever been, and that's a lot of us, my mama was a mama bitch that got left. A lot of us, unfortunately, especially in the black community, are mama bitches that got left. Excuse my language for saying mama bitches. That's just how I'm referring to the moms who are overprotectors, and it's not a bad thing. But anyway,
It should be. It should be a bad thing.
they get left. And so I applaud women because you have to find yourself while you're pregnant. You have to pick yourself up while you're pregnant. You have to carry a child going through hormonal changes, going through mood swings, going through feeling like, am I good enough? Going through what's going on with my baby, doctor visits by yourself. And the list goes on and on and on and on. And you mama bitches are strong.
Is it strong or just, taking care of your own responsibility? Is paying your rent, right? Paying your bills make you strong? I'm pretty sure that's just being an adult. So, is taking care of a child you chose to make strong? Really? I don't really think so, because it's just handling a responsibility you chose to undertake. Right? I mean, like, is that really strong? I don't know. I mean, this is the thing where we just want to inflate women's egos.
But there is a problem with you mama bitches. Because we feel the need to be so strong and nobody's raising our kids but us and nobody was there for you, the dad left, you didn't have a lot of help, you are stuck in survival mode. And the only way that you survive these situations and the only way that you survive being a single mom, pregnant, raising children is the love of your child. Now hear me out. It's the love of your child that gets you through those dark days. It's the love of your child and the love that you have for your children. And I want to be the best mom. I want to give them the best life. That drive that you have is hindering your child's growth. Let me tell you why. Because then you become a mama bitch cub. The one who's just like, I want to protect my cubs. I want to make sure that my children are safe. I want to make sure my children have the best life. And then you don't teach your children to love anybody but you. So now you mama bitch, you got your children so far stuck up your ass that they only love you and you never teach them how to love anyone else properly because your pain has now rubbed off on these children. Stay tuned for part 3. So what happened and what happened?
That's the thing, right? Let's say this, right? I do agree that these single moms are pretty much passing on their stupidity, right, onto children, onto the next generations to make the next terrible mistakes, the same mistakes that they've made. But this is the thing, right? I honestly believe that there's no really changing that. Okay? These women, well, I don't think they get, this is the thing, right? I just don't think that a lot of these women become wiser, truly wiser, right, over time. I don't, right? Because I do some Kendra G reaction videos, right? And they're 30-year-olds, 40-year-olds, 50-year-olds, 60-year-olds, whatever, right? Still in the dating market, still deluded. So really, it's like, are these women getting smarter? Are they more wise? I don't think so. So really, it's like, can you even teach the next generation when you already make those mistakes and sometimes continuously make those mistakes, right? You haven't truly learned from your mistakes. So really, what is there, right? Like, here's a woman like that, right? Who's supposedly talking all that shit, right? But she's still unmarried to the man she gave a child to. She's pregnant, right? She's unmarried to the man that she's pregnant from. So really, what does the crap that you say out of your mouth? What does that mean then? What does it mean? Because like, this is the thing, right? I'm not saying women are stupid, right? Necessarily. I'm just saying that they are blinded by their emotions. So it will make them just be stupid. So here's a woman that says all these things, right? The enabling, the cycle, stuff. And yet she chooses to make it, right? She chooses a man that you're not married to. Because here's the thing. If you are able to have a kid with somebody, you should be able to marry someone like that. The next day, married, right? Go down to the courthouse, boom, sign papers, you're married. Right? It's honestly, marriage is not, this is the craziness of modern society. Marriage is not more responsibility than having children. So really, if it's so easy to have children, why is it not just as easy to have to be married? But women like this don't think like that.
Happens is the we loved on our children so much and we were able to push through and become these amazing single mothers, and our children, our sons in particular, they grew up watching us struggle, and so they developed this unconditional love for their mom, as they should, but they only end up loving their moms and that's it. So they never really learned how to treat women. They just feel so bad, and all of a sudden they want to be mamas. Like, oh, I want to buy my mom a house. Oh, I want to do all these things for my mom because she fought so hard to raise me and my siblings and she didn't have anybody else. And although that's amazing, but that's why we have people like the baby and Blueface and all these other people, Drake, who said I only love my bed and my mama. Like, these men who can only love their moms.
Look at this, right? How she chose rappers. Rappers. This is the thing, right? There are black men. There are men out there, right? Let alone black men. There are men out there that have healthy mindset. Okay? There are men out there that are mentally healthy, right? They are very principled men, morally sound men, men that treasure commitment, men that treasure marriage, men that treasures creating a family. But here's the thing: women like this, and she's gorgeous, right? She's a good-looking woman. But women like this, what do they attract? What are they attracted to? The rappers, the scammers, the hood guys, right? The men that are popular with other women. Men that, are charmers, the players, the bad boys, the Chaz, the Tyrones, the Pookies, the Ray Rays, right? She just said, she named rappers. This is the thing, right? Women want to change these men into the men that are morally sound, into commitment, into raising a family, into marriage. They want it all, right? That's the thing.
And then it leaves the woman who raised their children in the same cycle, left, right? Heartbroken, dark, depleted, struggling, trying to, I got to do what's best for me and mine and me and my baby. And then the cycle repeats itself. So it's a broken cycle of women having babies, men leaving the women, the mother of their children, and then only loving their moms. So it's like, at what point, ladies, do we teach our sons, no, you need to honor and respect that woman and be there for that child and be there for that baby? And then also teach them, like, mommy was strong enough to have you, mommy's strong enough to be by herself, and everything is not about mom. Does this make sense? Because I've seen so many, I'm talking hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of women, and this is our cycle in the black community, tell me if I'm wrong, that we love on our children so much to the point where our children only want to do so much and fight through life to buy their mom a house, buy their mom a car, buy their mom a dream life, retire their mom from their jobs, that they never say, I want to do that for my woman. It's always, I want to do that for my mom.
And let me tell you this, right? Why? Because there's that one woman that's been with him no matter what. No matter what. Okay? That's the thing. She's been with him no matter what. Now, again, I kind of sees her point, right? I do see her point, but you got to understand. Here's a potentially a woman, right? A partner that may or may not be with you, right? She may or may not treat you right, but you know your mom is there through you, with you, thick and thin. She's been there. She's sacrificed her life for you, and if she's a good mom, necessarily not talking about like these single moms, because I mean yes they're probably good, but I mean I've seen pretty bad ones, but I'm just saying in general, the men that really love their mom have seen their mom been amazing towards them. But do they see these women in the same light? Have these women sacrificed everything for this man? I mean, I'm saying if these men don't see you in that light, then obviously they don't see you as someone that's gone above and beyond for him.
I want to be there for my mom because my mom didn't have help. I want to be the person who loves my mom and helps my mom because my mom did it by herself. And then women, we be like, make sure you buy mama this or make sure you buy mama that, and it's never love the next woman because that's going to be your wife, or love the next woman because that's going to be the mother of your child, so we can stop breaking that, so we can break that cycle, so it just becomes a cycle.
You know how this is the thing, right? Women never talk about. You know how you break that cycle? Not date those men. How this is the thing where women just seem to not understand, right? How do you break the cycle? How about get with men that don't cheat, that do value marriage before having kids with just any woman, right? How about you marry those men, okay? Create stable family. Because here's the thing, right? Instead of wanting to change men, change them. How about get a good man, right? He's not like amazingly good looking, amazingly charming. He's not wealthy, but he's a good man, right? Morally sound man, right? Stand on his principle, works hard, he is good to you, he is faithful, he would be good to his kids. Get that man, love that man, marry that man, raise kids with him. So then his kids, right, your kids, will have a better role model. That's the thing. Because women, okay, choose the men. Choose the men that can become fathers. Right? Women do that. But what do? They choose the rappers. Right? That's what women do.
Cycle of independent women raising boys, and the boys see their mom struggle and be independent, and they just want to help and get back to their mom, and it's just the same cycle over and over and over again. And I'm not taking away from mothers at all, because you guys did amazing jobs. Like you had, when your back was to the wall, baby, you came through for them kids. So I want you to still applaud yourself. But at what point do men start loving the women of their children close to as much as they love their moms? And I get it, your mom birthed you, your mom raised you, but when you can start loving women as much as you love your mom, I feel like that cycle would come to an end. I don't know. Tell me what y'all think. What y'all think? What y'all think? So then,
like I said, right? What will end that cycle is just pick. I mean, vet men better, right? Vet men on things that actually matter, like morality, principles, right? His values, his personality, instead of if he's charming, if he's uh, good looking, if he's tall, if he's wealthy. I mean, men should have a job, right? Don't get with a man that doesn't have a job. But if he's a stable man, right? He's a hardworking, stable man. That should be amazing.
Cycle is, you guys, and what I'm saying in conclusion, the cycle is, fellas, you feel so sorry for the hurt and damage that your mom went through as a single struggling mother, to the point where that you have blinders on, that you can't see that you're putting your child's mother through the same exact fucking thing, and then your son's gonna grow up and only love their mama. And then ladies, okay, because you're hurt, you then are okay with hurting other women by sleeping with somebody else's man. Like women, if we really think about it, we are kind of the problem. And there's more women in the world.
No, they are the problem. They are the problem. They're the ones who give birth. So they're the problem because they choose to give birth to terrible men's children. No, they are the problem.
There is men. So if we start saying clank, fucking clank, 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 clank. No, you can't come over here because you're in a relationship. No, you can't come over here because that woman is pregnant. No, you can't come over here because you're married. No, you can't come over here. If we start saying, hold the hell on, okay, men are going to have no choice but to tighten up just a little bit. You see what I'm saying? So again, it boils down to the woman.
And you know what? This is the thing, right? The one thing she has right is that women are the ones who determine what men succeed. This is the thing. If if more women valued men on principles, right? His principles, his morals, his work ethic, right? Just his personality. Those men will succeed more in relationships, be chosen more for relationships. But what do they choose? Like I said, they choose the bad boys, the players, the rappers, the scammers, the thugs, the Chads, the Tyrones. Those are the men they choose. So, no duh, more and more men think that, oh, you know what? I can treat women bad and still get plenty of women because women love those type of men. So, she's right. If women actually choose men better, that would wake up the terrible men and, change that mindset that, you know what? Cheating won't get you nowhere. Not thinking about family, not thinking about, not vetting women or not being a gentleman or a better man wouldn't get you, would get you, wouldn't, would be more helpful. But yeah, that's women for you.